We met in 2015 at the University of Toronto. I was actually performing my first master's recital with Jialiang. She was my duo partner at the time. And Andrew came just for, I think, 5 minutes of my recital and walked into the hall, heard us play, and he messaged me just after saying, "I'd love to form a piano trio with the two of you. Would you be interested?" And that was it.
As soon as she played, there was something about her sound that just struck me. It was a beautiful sound, it was consistent, it had core, it had soul, it had all the things that you want. It goes beyond technique when you're looking for someone that you might be compatible with as a player, and she really had that in her sound. Jialiang is an amazing pianist. Her technique is incredible. She really thinks about everything she's doing, and every note and every phrase, and everything is done really thoughtfully.
He's probably one of the most dedicated, multi-talented musicians I've ever met. Just his creativity and spontaneity in everything that he does is very inspiring. Are you wearing this? Are you actually?
No, I have a shirt.
Oh my lord.
You don't need it.
Toronto Summer Music is a festival that runs in Toronto in July for about 4 weeks. And we present all kinds of different concerts. We have a couple main halls. We present at Walter Hall, the University of Toronto, and at Kerner Hall at the Royal Conservatory. What people don't always know is that we have an academy that runs at the same time, an academy for young artists. These are really fantastic young musicians who have perhaps finished most of their university training, who are looking for that kind of final polish before they go into the field themselves. And these performers get a chance to work on stage with the mentors that we have at the academy. And these are mentors that are the top of their field from all around the world.
One of the great unique things about Toronto Summer Music is that you do get to play with the mentors that are coaching you. And it's not all deferential. You're not always listening to them and doing what they say, but they want to hear your input as much as you want to hear theirs. And it becomes this collaborative process. And not only do you learn about the music, how to approach it, how to perform it, maybe best performance practices, but you also learn how to work with colleagues in the field, because a big part of what we do is getting together for a very short period of time with people you've never met, pulling together a concert with very difficult repertoire and then performing it. And we got the chance to do that 4 times, 4 weeks in a row at Toronto Summer Music.
The Toronto Summer Music Academy is very intense. It was a very packed schedule. Each week we work with different colleagues and mentors that bring a lot of excitement and demands a lot of preparation, because the colleagues are coming from different places in the world. They brought different training background and their musicianship, so it was great to be able to adapt and work with them in a very short amount of time. And then next week it changes right away. I learned how to work efficiently.
It's not like school where you can rehearse something for 6 months or 6 weeks and then perform. You need to be able to do things very, very fast in the classical music field. And this is what we try to do. We train them to be able to achieve the speed and the preparation necessary to make it as a professional.
We applied as a group, but the wonderful thing is that we were together for 2 weeks and then also separate for the other 2 sessions, which gave us a chance to work with other musicians, be inspired by them, learn in a different way, and then bring all of that back once the Bedford Trio was again together.
For me, I learned what to listen for on string instruments. Before, in our rehearsal, I only can suggest very general musical ideas, but I don't know how those ideas should be executed. Because we worked with a lot of string mentors, I learned different techniques to make musical ideas happen. And when I came back to our Bedford trio rehearsal, I think I was able to pinpoint a lot more things and listen in a different way.
We really want to make sure that the Toronto Summer Music Academy is one of the finest programs in the world, and the only way to do that is to get the finest young artists. And in order to do that, we've made a policy that nobody will pay tuition to come to Toronto Summer Music, and every single young artist will be on a full scholarship. All of these scholarships are sponsored by wonderful donors from around Toronto, from even around the country. And the nice thing about this is that the donors and the sponsors can make a connection with the fellow that they are supporting. It's a nice thing for the fellows to get to realize that there are people out there who love what they do and want to see them successful later in life. And it's a connection that can continue well after Toronto Summer Music is over.
These donors still come to our concerts and come to greet us, come to support us, invite us out sometimes if they wish. And it's just a wonderful relationship.
The reason I play music is because I love it, but it's because I want to connect with other people, and the music is such a good way to do that. You can really tell in a performance when you have the audience, when they're really paying attention, and then there's a chance, there's an opportunity for something special there.